find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 11.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wilson. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. And probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Let's go now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
Okay, ready?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Ready? Unlock line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. After the a touchdown. Lutz to kick it off. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history,
Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right?
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Vikings 35, Colts nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense scheme going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Dancing to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Cook up the gut.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of have this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Gain is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. He's got room past the 30. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Shark calls it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
The end result, 21 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.